Hello, everyone. Today, I want to share something that almost every English learner in the world struggles with at some point. How to practice speaking English when you have absolutely no one to talk to. I know how frustrating it feels. You understand English, you watch videos, you read things online, you listen to podcasts, but when it comes time to actually speak, nothing comes out. Your mouth freezes, your thoughts get stuck, and sometimes you feel embarrassed even if no one is watching you. But guess what? You are not alone. Millions of learners in cities from New York to Austin, Los Angeles to Chicago, Orlando to Denver all face the same challenge. They don't have English-speaking friends. Their family isn't comfortable with English. They might feel shy practicing in public places like a cafe or a park. Or sometimes life is just busy, and finding people to practice with becomes almost impossible. Today, I want to guide you through a full, deeply explained journey, practical, realistic, real-life, step-by-step, on how to build your English-speaking confidence even if you are practicing completely alone in your bedroom, your apartment, your dorm room, or even your car. And trust me, after you finish this complete guide, you will realize that you don't need a speaking partner to grow. You can create your own English world, and by the end of this script, you'll know exactly how. You will learn how to practice speaking by yourself, how to think in English, how to stop translating, how to build fluency naturally, how to imitate native speakers, how to shadow voices, how to use your environment to practice English, how to record your voice to measure progress, and how to turn everyday routines into powerful speaking opportunities. I will show you strategies that English learners in the United States use secretly. Students at the University of California, office workers in Seattle, baristas in Atlanta, Uber drivers in Phoenix, immigrants in Houston, and even solo travelers walking in Times Square. This isn't just theory or motivational talk. These are real, practical methods that actually work, no matter where you live, no matter what your level is, and no matter how busy your schedule is. Before we go deeper, I want to ask you two important questions. Think honestly about your answers. 1. Do you ever feel stuck because you have ideas in your mind but cannot express them clearly in English? 2. And do you want to speak English so confidently that even if you are alone, your practice becomes powerful, natural, and enjoyable? If your answer is yes, then write yes 1 and yes 2 in the comments below. I want to know how many people share the same struggle and same goal. All right, now let's begin this journey slowly, clearly, and deeply. Section 1. Why speaking alone is actually the secret to fluency. Most people think you must have someone to practice English with. They believe fluency comes only from conversations with real people. But that's not true. In fact, many of the most successful English learners practiced alone for months before they ever spoke with someone else. Think about this. When babies in the United States learn English, they don't speak to people in long conversations. They mostly listen, imitate, repeat sounds, play with words, and copy voices. They learn alone much more than they learn through conversation. You can follow the same natural process. Practicing alone has three huge advantages. 1. You feel zero pressure. No one is listening. No one is judging. No one is correcting your grammar in the middle of a sentence. You can relax, breathe, and speak naturally. 2. You can practice anytime, anywhere. In your room, in your kitchen, during a walk in Central Park, while waiting in your car outside Target, even while folding laundry. You don't need to schedule time with someone. 3. You can focus on your weaknesses. Instead of random conversation, you can train the exact things that block you, like pronunciation, thinking speed, vocabulary, expressions, or confidence. This is why many English teachers in the US, from Boston to Miami, tell their students, if you practice alone daily, your fluency will grow even faster than talking to someone once a week. Section 2. The first rule. Don't wait for a partner. Become your own partner. When you don't have someone to talk to, you must become your own speaking partner. This means you create conversations in your mind. You talk to yourself out loud. You ask yourself questions. You answer them. You imagine situations. You explain things to yourself like you're talking to a friend. It may sound strange at first, but it's incredibly powerful. Think of it as building an English brain. Whenever you talk to yourself in English, even for 2 minutes, you activate your speaking muscles. It's just like going to the gym. If you want a strong body, you exercise your muscles. If you want strong fluency, you exercise your speaking muscles. Talking to yourself is the gym of English. Part 2. The real methods. We already talked about how practicing alone is not a weakness. It's actually a secret advantage. Now let's go much deeper. In this part, I will give you powerful, realistic, day-to-day solo speaking methods that learners in the US secretly use to improve their English without relying on anyone. I will explain each method like I'm standing in the same room with you, guiding you step by step, showing you how, when, and why. To use each technique, everything will feel natural, friendly, and easy to understand. Let's continue. Section 3. The Mirror Method. Your free English speaking coach. If you want to improve your speaking, this method is one of the most powerful you can practice completely alone. People in Los Angeles, Houston, Philadelphia, Seattle, and Las Vegas all use this simple trick to develop confidence, not just in speaking, but also in body language, facial expressions, and fluency, how it works. You stand in front of a mirror, maybe in your bedroom, your bathroom, or your hallway. You look directly into your own eyes, and then you start talking in English. You can talk about anything. Your day, your plans, your dreams, your frustrations, your fears, your goals, your memories, your favorite food from a cafe in New York. Anything at all. Talking in front of a mirror feels like talking to another person. Your brain reacts differently when you speak while looking at a face, even if the face is your own. Why this method is incredibly effective. You become aware of your mouth movements, making pronunciation clearer. You improve your confidence because you get used to watching yourself speak. You learn to control speed, tone, and fluency. You speak longer without stopping. You feel less nervous when speaking in real life because you're already used to seeing yourself talk. Think of actors in Hollywood. They rehearse in front of mirrors all the time. They watch their expressions. They practice their lines. They connect emotionally with the words. You can do the same with English. Try this mini exercise right now. Stand in front of a mirror and say this naturally, like you're talking to someone in a coffee shop in Atlanta. Okay, let me tell you something about myself. My English is improving every day and I'm getting more confident. I'm practicing alone, and honestly, it feels good. I'm learning to express myself clearly. I'm not shy anymore. I can handle conversations. I can talk. I can speak. I'm getting better and better. Do it slowly, calmly, and confidently. This small exercise alone will transform your speaking skills within days. Section 4. The Room Explanation Method. Turn your room into an English classroom. This is one of the easiest yet most powerful daily techniques. People in cities like Denver, Tampa, San Diego, and Charlotte use this method without needing any partner. How it works. You walk around your room or apartment and explain everything you see in English. Yes, everything. For example, this is my bed. I usually sleep at 11 p.m. Here's my desk. I bought this in a store in Dallas. These are my shoes. I wear them when I go jogging in Central Park. This is my coffee mug. I use it every morning. Why this method works so well. You learn to describe real-life objects. You practice vocabulary related to your daily environment. You build natural sentence structures. You stop translating because you're speaking about things you understand clearly. Remember, your room is your first English world. If you can describe every corner of your room, you have already built a solid base for speaking English anywhere. And the best part? You can do this even if you're completely alone at home. Section 5. The Shadowing Method. Copy native speakers like an echo. Shadowing is one of the most powerful speaking techniques used by serious learners in Washington, D.C., Boston, San Francisco, and Chicago. Here's how it works. You listen to a native English speaker, maybe from a YouTube video, a movie clip, a podcast, and you repeat exactly what they say while they are saying it. Not after, not later, but at the same time. It's like you are their shadow, their echo, their reflection. Why this method transforms your fluency. You learn native pronunciation naturally. You develop rhythm, tone, speed, and emphasis. You train your mouth to move like a native speaker. You reduce your accent without forcing it. You learn natural expressions automatically. Imagine listening to someone from New York saying, "You know what? I didn't expect that at all." You repeat it instantly, matching their tone and rhythm. At first it feels fast, but after 1 week, your mouth moves faster. After 2 weeks, your fluency grows. After 3 weeks, you start sounding more natural. Shadowing is like downloading native speaking energy into your brain. Section 6. The Self-Conversation Method. Create your own English world. This method is simple, private, and extremely powerful. You basically talk to yourself, but in a meaningful, structured way. For example, ask yourself questions, answer them, argue with yourself, explain ideas, tell yourself stories, share what you feel. Imagine you're walking in your neighborhood in Miami or Austin. You can say things like, "Okay, what should I cook today? Hmm, maybe pasta. But do I have the ingredients? Well, I think I need to go to Walmart later." This simple conversation is actually powerful practice. Leitzeker, why it works. It forces your brain to think in English. It builds fluency without pressure. It mimics real conversations. It makes English a natural part of your life. The more you talk to yourself, the faster you grow. Section 7. Voice Recording Method. Your personal fluency tracker. This method is used by language students in places like UCLA, New York University, and the University of Texas. You take your phone, open a voice recorder, and start talking in English for 30 seconds, 1 minute, or even 3 minutes. Talk about anything. How your day was. What stressed you today? What your future plans are. A memory from your childhood. A dream you want to achieve. Why recording your voice is a game changer. You hear your mistakes clearly. You notice pronunciation problems. You hear where you sound unnatural. You track progress week by week. You become more confident with your own voice. Many learners feel shy because they don't like the sound of their voice. Recording fixes that. You become comfortable listening to yourself, and that comfort becomes confidence in real life. Part 3. Advanced Solo Practice Methods. We already covered the foundational solo practice methods: mirror speaking, room explanation, shadowing, self-conversation, and voice recording. In this part, we go deeper, entering the advanced techniques that truly transform fluency. These methods are used by serious learners in places like New York City, San Diego, Boston, Phoenix, Dallas, and Chicago. They allow you to practice English at a deeper level, even if you're alone, even if you're busy, and even if you feel shy. Let's continue. Section 8. The Story Building Method. Create fluency from imagination. This is one of the most powerful ways to increase speaking fluency, vocabulary, creativity, and speed. And the best part is, you don't need anyone else to practice it. You become both the storyteller and the listener. How it works. You choose a simple idea, like, a man lost his phone at a supermarket. A girl missed her flight to Chicago. A boy moved to a new apartment in San Francisco. Then you build a story in English. Step by step on. You describe the characters, their emotions, the place, the problem, the action, the ending. This forces your brain to speak without depending on someone else's words. Still example. Imagine you're practicing alone in your room in Orlando. You say, "Let me create a story." So, there was a 22-year-old boy named Ryan who moved to a new apartment in San Francisco. The apartment was small but beautiful. On the first night, he heard a strange sound coming from the kitchen. And then you continue naturally. The goal is not perfection. The goal is continuous speaking. Story building improves. Fluency, grammar naturally, vocabulary, sentence flow, thinking speed. It also boosts creativity, which helps you speak freely in real conversations. Section 9. The Daily Micro-Practice Method. 2-minute English workouts. Many people think they need 1 or 2 hours to practice English, but in reality, the brain grows through short, repeated practice. Just like muscles grow through short, regular workouts. I call this the micro-practice system. Here's how it works. You practice English for small 1 to 3 minute sessions throughout your day. When you wake up, while brushing your teeth, while making coffee, while walking from your apartment to your car, when waiting in line at a store like Walmart or Target, while cooking dinner, before going to bed. Example. You're making breakfast in a kitchen in Denver. You say, "Okay, I'm cracking 2 eggs. I'm mixing them. Now I'm heating the pan. The sound of the oil is loud. The eggs are starting to cook." That's it. You just practiced English for 1 to 2 minutes. Do this 10 times a day, and you will have practiced English for 20 to 25 minutes. Total, without feeling tired, bored, or pressured. This is how busy people in the U.S. practice English in cities like Philadelphia and Miami. The secret is consistency. Short sessions done many times. Every day. Section 10. The English Thinking Method. Stop translating, start flowing. This is one of the most important parts of speaking English alone. Most learners struggle because their mind translates everything from their native language into English before speaking. This slows you down. It blocks your words. It destroys your fluency. It makes you nervous. So we need to train your brain to think directly in English. How to train your brain to think in English. 1. Start thinking in small English phrases. Instead of translating, speak in simple English. I'm hungry. I'm tired. Nice weather. I like this. Not a good idea. I should do this later. Stop searching for perfect sentences. Start thinking naturally. 2. Describe your actions while doing them. This trains your brain to use English automatically. I'm opening the door. I'm getting my keys. I'm starting the car. I'm looking for my wallet. These small sentences build thinking speed. 3. React in English. If something surprises you, say, "Oh, really? That's crazy. Wow, no way. I didn't expect that." Thinking in emotions helps your fluency grow faster. 4. Name objects around you. Every time you see something, identify it in English. Chair, window, curtains, charger. This builds vocabulary naturally. 5. Ask yourself questions in English. Where is my phone? What should I wear? How is the weather today? This simulates real conversations. Thinking in English is the key to speaking fluently, especially when you're alone. Section 11. The Realistic Solo Role-Play Method. Imagine real situations. This is one of the most effective solo speaking methods. Learners in Boston, Austin, Los Angeles, and New York use this every single day. You basically become an actor. You imagine a situation, you speak like you're in it. Examples of role-play scenarios. Scenario 1. Ordering food at a restaurant in Chicago. You, "Hi, can I get a chicken sandwich and a small iced coffee?" Imaginary waiter, "Sure, anything else?" You, "No, that's all, thank you." Scenario 2. Checking into a hotel in Miami. You, "Hi, I have a reservation under the name Michael Harris." Imaginary staff, "Great, may I see your ID?" You, "Of course, here you go." Scenario 3. Calling customer service. You, "Hi, I'm having a problem with my internet connection." Scenario 4. Asking for directions in New York. You, "Excuse me, how do I get to Times Square?" You create both sides of the conversation. You practice phrases you will use in real life. Role play helps you. Prepare for real situations. Reduce fear. Practice vocabulary. Build confidence. Learn natural speaking style. It's like your private English practice movie. Section 12. The Environment English Method. Turn your life into an English world. You don't need to live in Los Angeles or New York to create an English environment. You can build your own English world at home, even if you live alone. Here's how. 1. Change your phone language to English. You will learn settings, messages, notifications, apps, daily vocabulary. 2. Use English labels. Label objects in your home. Fridge, wardrobe, window, pillow, mirror. Every time you see the word, your brain learns it. 3. Replace daily habits with English. Watch English YouTube videos. Listen to English podcasts. Read English messages. Follow English social media pages. Listen to American radio stations like NPR. 4. Speak to devices in English. Ask your digital assistant. "Hey Google, set a timer for 3 minutes." "Alexa, what's the weather in Dallas?" 5. Use English subtitles. This builds reading plus speaking skills. Your environment becomes your teacher. We still have many powerful sections left, including solo question-answer, method, fluency stretching technique, confidence training exercises, long-form speaking method, real-life speaking simulation. How to create a full 30-day English alone practice plan.